Hey, tribe and potential tribe members. This is going to be a tribe reading, so it resonate or it don't resonate. We're going to talk about a few things before we get into some cards. Because I don't want y'all to be taken advantage of at this time. For one, it's no coincidence that we're in a time of a great shift. We're in a time of great possibility, opportunity. And then we got this worldly bullshit going on. I want y'all to understand, pay attention to what the divine is doing. Not so much what people are doing. I'm not going to touch on this motherfucking virus. I'm sorry, I get upset when it comes to it. I'm not going to touch on this virus thing going on because if you're really awakened and you're vibrating in a high enough vibration, you're going to see through illusions into truth, okay? We're going to leave it there on that note. Don't be blinded by what's going on. Seize your opportunities, okay? Continue to use this time to manifest and to best align with your future. A lot of people will wished and prayed and tried to manifest vacations. You got to stay at home vacation for a lot of you right now. And for those of you who don't, you have a decrease in the individuals you have to deal with, okay, on a regular basis. Take it for what it's worth. Use this time to pour into yourself, to pour into your future, and to stay in the highest vibration possible. Bird just went past the window. Message. To stay in the highest vibration possible to continue your progress. This is a time where you're about to see people real levels of consciousness, and you do not want to engage with the bullshit at this time. You do not want to be swayed. You do not want to be easily deterred, okay? Let the world do what it do. Let people do what they do. You do you, and you do what you know you meant to do and what you're supposed to be doing right now. They touching my arm. They want me to move forward, okay? I'm just going to run over these little notes, see if there's anything else. Y'all, make sure y'all protecting yourself in the 3D as well as the 5D and above, okay? A lot of you guys are in mission. Please understand your thoughts go into the collective consciousness. Imagine your thoughts being the same as posting a status. If it's something that's very near and dear to you at this time, you want to keep that under wraps. Don't keep thinking about it and keep thinking about it. Don't even think about making a status about it, because that's no different than making a status about it. If you're a powerful being, then know that your thoughts, your words, your emotions are all going in that collective consciousness. And again, if you're powerful, it's a strong vibration, and a lot of people are going to pick up on it. And that'll be no different than telling people your plans, okay? So you consult with your team on the best way to handle that. I feel this energy where if you really write, okay? Writing is powerful at this time. It's more powerful at this time. Okay, is there anything else? If any of y'all on this little lockdown shit, y'all live with a lower vibrational people, back to that energy again. Keep your thoughts, your endeavors to yourself. Minimal contact if possible, or engagement rather. And don't let nobody trick you out your position, okay? I feel like this energy of a lot of you guys have been investing time, effort, energy, resource, emotion, energy, same thing. investing a lot into yourself and into your plans and into your future, into your health, into your stability, into your partnerships, into the removal of the lower vibrational energies. So to be confined with that, baby, stay strong, okay? Because they showing me somebody working out. Although you already strong, you building more muscle. Everything you're going through helps you in the long run. Hindsight is 2020, right? And there's something about now that we're in 2020 and we're still more in the earlier, right? It's almost a time of reflection. Identifying better what serves, what doesn't serve, who, what, when, where, why, nouns, you know. The biggest part of your protection one of the biggest parts of your protection is your beliefs. If your beliefs back you, okay. If your team is backing you, you have nothing to worry about. Make sure that your beliefs, your intentions, your actions are aligned as much as possible. When you feel lower emotions, vibrations, right? Thoughts that you know don't serve you and are not of you, evaluate it. Don't just try your hardest to remove it or release it. Evaluate why it is here. Has it come from self? Has it come from the environment? Has it come from others? Right? Has it come from objects? Is it relevant to this life or past life? I feel this energy where this is the time where you really want to make sure. They're showing me like a book bag or a bag, you know. Make sure that what you're putting in there is what's going to serve you for this journey. You don't have time to waste your mental capacity. You don't have time to waste the love you have to give. You can pour that shit into your manifestations, right? You don't have time to waste your ideas, your thoughts, your opinions. Make others believe in your beliefs, right? It's this energy of if they're not getting on the train or on the train with you, pull off. Don't be afraid to pull off, because this energy is moving. Remember, a time of great opportunity, and it's still rolling and rocking, whether you decide or don't decide to take your position. Let's talk about the house for a minute. We're going through it, y'all. Structure of a house within itself. The structure within itself is a tie between withholding and releasing. Because we have to remember, structures matter, shapes matter, geometrics, sacred geometrics, all that shit, it matters. And in this time where we all locked down in a house, right? A literal cross between holding energy and releasing energy, right? I'm hearing like magician energy. Be sure to cleanse regularly. As much as possible, try not to let in lower vibrational people that you know are lower vibrational. Evaluate yourself. If you can, sleep in different rooms and areas in your house to better have discernment on what energies and vibrations that room is holding on to within itself, right? The reason I say sleep is because our dreams can tell us a lot about the environment that we're sleeping in, right? What kind of energies are being held within that room. It's like most dreams are different, but they have a theme, right? A lot of them can have a common theme. The theme tells you what energy is in this room. If you sleep in your bedroom a lot, you may have a lot of loving dreams. A lot of family dreams, things like that. In your living room, you may have a lot of family dreams, shit like that, right? But it can change according to what room you're in, right? Say you always sleep in your bedroom and you're being guided to sleep in your living room, right? And then you have a dream that's less favorable, right? Or you're in an environment in your dream that's less favorable. That lets you know that it's less favorable energy still being held in your living room, right? The room where you do most of your entertaining of others, right? Residual energy being left behind. Some of you, if you've moved into new places, pay attention to the residual energy that's left behind by previous occupants. Now's the time where you really want to clear your space, your environment, as well as your aura, as well as your vessel, right? Physical body and etheric body. Now is the time to really cleanse. Spiritual baths, smoke, fire, water. You could put water in a room and allow it to absorb the negative energy. Fresh air as much as possible within your home. When you're out all the time, you can't leave your windows open. But not at that ass in the house. You could leave your windows open, at least in the upper floors. Excuse me. Yeah. And allow it to be cleared, right? Allow that fresh air to come in. Allow that natural prana to come in. Some of you guys may be highly sexual at this time. Please understand that sexual energy is not just to get it popping with. That sexual energy is to create. Okay, you can pour that creative energy into your aspirations, right? You can pour that creative energy into your manifestations. It's to create. For some of you, it's to help give you energy. When you go get it popping, you're releasing that sexual energy. You're sharing that sexual energy. Oh, they just said for some of y'all, including masturbation. Be mindful of how you're harnessing your energy, your sexual power, your sacred sexual power. Okay. They want me to go back to the house thing. Some of you may not understand. It's an energy of squares. Hold, right? They hold vibrations. Triangles, pyramids, teepees, things like that. Release. Oh, there's that creative energy again. Do your own research on that to give you something to do. We talked about that. Last thing I'm going to say and put these notes away, okay? Another strong energy that's going around, especially to the goddess and the gods, is the energy of Sekhmet. Sekhmet, okay? Do your own. You can do your own. Okay? Come to your own understanding about that. All right. I love y'all. If y'all was patient enough to keep watching. I just want to say it again, like I only said it twice. Sekhmet, okay? Look it up. Look her up. Look up that goddess energy. Oh, my chest. Oh, it's powerful. I'm telling you. Bad Mama Jama right there. I feel like a lot of you, for some of you, a lot of, because y'all know, I make sure I'm not putting myself before y'all. It's not about me. I'm just going to say some of you will benefit from that. And I do feel like a lot of you will benefit from that. Victory and clairvoyance. Moon cycles. Alright, tribe. Lots of the love, y'all. You know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. Okay. I keep hearing things you have to look forward to. Okay, so victory meant it was going to come back. Guys have nurture, victory, spread your wings. Am I keeping all of these? We'll let them be clear. Patient at the bottom. Career transition. I felt that, like, when I read that, I felt this energy of just joy and excitement. I feel this energy of elevation. I feel like if you're applying, right? If you're not just sitting at home, kick back on social media, doing some bullshit, not really using this time wisely, you may not feel what I just felt when I did that a minute ago. But for those of you who have been using this time wisely into yourself, and especially your career, what you put out, you get back. Let's put it this simple. What you put out, you get back, right? So if you've been putting out more, no matter what area, I just heard for some of you, if you're a content creator, this is not specifically about the putting out more content. Because a lot of people don't know what the fuck goes on behind the scenes, the levels and ways in which you still have to grow to be able to be the face of your own platform, right? A lot of people ain't patient when it comes to the teacher being able to continue to be the teacher, right? Don't worry about that. You're gonna see change. When it comes to y'all who have been putting in the energy, that energy is coming back as a payout. It's just the same as if you're doing a job, you expect that check, right? Keep that mindset. No matter what the fuck is going on in the world, understand, you still owe me my dues, okay? When it comes to, like, and that's no disrespect to the divine or the universe, but by law, universal laws, you hear me? By law, you are still owed your dues. Victory. You are still owed your dues because you continue to nurture that in which you want it to come into full fruition. For some of you, it is an influence here on children. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. If you have children, use this time to really engage and interact with them. Because your inner child is saying, hey, I got something to bring to the surface that's going to benefit you. Especially when you go back into, I don't want to say it in a way in which this world will ever be the same, because it's not. Please understand. When you first get back into swing of how life was set up, it may feel a little mundane. It may feel a little similar. They putting it like, every time you dip your toe in the water, it's always still cold, right? Like, oh, like when you about to go swimming. The feeling of dipping your toe in may always be the same, like, oh, or the anticipation. But the experience and the time you are able to swim each time is always different. Think of it from that mindset. When you get back into the swing of life, you may feel like dipping your toe in there, all this the same shit. But that swim is not going to be the same, honey. When you get back into when you're back submerged, the full swing of manifestation is almost the difference between floating in the water and actually having to fucking swim. When it's time to swim again, buddy, you're going to realize that you're swimming faster than you ever swim. You're going to realize that your direction is better than it's ever been. You're going to realize that you can go into that deep water now. You understand what I'm swinging at here? You're going to realize that you have now become a professional fucking swimmer. And when you're a professional, what do you expect? Promotions, right? When you're a professional, you expect the best. When you're a professional, you're expecting to be paid for the quality of work that you are able to do. You see what I'm saying here? So your expectations are warranted. You're knowing that victory here, or is sure to come. Victory is already here. Let's be honest. You don't have to see the physical representation of what victory is, before you can know that you already have it. In most situations, you need to know that you can win before you can even win. Why they got me preaching to y'all? I don't know, but I love y'all. Spread your wings. You are safe. Life review. Crystal clear intentions. Gifts from God. Teaching and learning. Why are we playing games here? Why are we playing games here? That's the real question. Everything we just said, you know, and I know you know. Because you wouldn't have been guided to this video if you didn't already know this shit. Videos are supposed to be validation, confirmation. Not the whole proof. Not, y'all see what I'm saying? Y'all know this. Y'all know this. Y'all know soon as it's time to spread your wings, it's time to leave a place of complacency, I heard. It's a time where it's this energy of soon as you're out of isolation, no matter what that is, whether that's on a soulful level or literal, especially with what's going on. You know what I mean? It's almost that energy of if you still got to work and shit, be in your soul. Because that window is still open for you too. When this shift is complete and it's time to spread your wings and fly, I feel this energy of fear being pushed out. You're going to literally feel like life is closing in on you. Because that will be fear coming back in on you. When it's time, don't stutter step. Just fucking go for it. Or some of you may actually talk yourself out of what you're supposed to be doing. Or the next step. Or taking the promotion. You know, starting your own business. Being the entrepreneur you seek to be. Right? You don't want to fuck around with fear. This has been coming through for a while, you know, in your guys' meditations. Where it's that energy of remember how they would tell you as a child, don't be fearful of the dark because your eyes will play tricks on you. Wow, it's almost this energy of everybody think this is the darkness. But this is the light. This is the time where you have the opportunity to sit in the light, to sit in the most, and it's like this higher level of truth where people are far removed from the bullshit at this time. Where some people, lower vibrational people think they're sitting in the dark. Higher vibrational people are realizing this is a time of great light. and more importantly, enlightenment to the world. Content creators, make sure that you're creating content. Don't tire yourself out, or just, what we talked about way before. This is a time where it is light. Some of y'all gonna understand, and I'm sure they're gonna elaborate on this later on, but it's almost this energy of when we come out of this, a lot of people are gonna see what the dark is. Really. You hear me? But you're gonna be in a place where you're elevated from the light that you had no choice but to sit in. You know that you're safe. And you know that moving forward, you're going to be even more protected. Because you know even more thyself. You even more have identified reality, right? You even more have identified where the snake's at or where the fake's at. It's a difference in people when they could be in your face, right? When they could be in your face, blatantly energy exchanging or blatantly using. Let's put it simple. And then those very same people who can't be around you, they ain't texting you. They ain't calling you. Because they don't feel a benefit from texting and calling. They feel a benefit from your physical presence, right? They feel a benefit from what you can do for them, but they don't feel you can do shit for them over the phone, right? As if your words ain't power. As if sheer engagement ain't power. They so ignorant to it. We're going to leave that alone, okay? Life review. I don't feel like I need to go into that. I don't. What we doing in this isolation? Reviewing, making master plans, executing plans, doing the shit that got to be done behind the scenes, making sure emails is good, making sure that the old plans, the new plans, and the future plans still have that commonality of what's going to get you to success. Making sure that you're not in a place of pure fantasy, right? Making sure that you're not in a place where you're not using your logical mind, they say. Over fantasizing, right? Person, place, thing, career, opportunity, whatever. Crystal clear intentions. Again, I don't feel like I need to explain this. Sword is down. Although you need to protect yourself, that's spiritually. Don't shit worldly penetrate you unless the spirit is fucked up anyway. So while people worry about this virus, they putting themselves in a position where they susceptible to it. I'm going to keep leaving that alone. I don't know why they keep trying to get me to go into it, but please don't align to illness, sickness, sadness, fear, worry, doubt, confusion, panic. All that shit aligns you with, oh shit, I'm going to get sick. Because dis-ease starts in the body. Starts in the spirit first. If I believe that I'm going to be fucked up around this time, or could be fucked up, or I could fuck somebody up, then that opens the door to possibility of me being the one who did some shit wrong. Do what you want to do, but hello. Gifts from heaven. I feel like what's in this cup is all that you've already done to make sure that shit goes according to plan. Back to that energy of return of energy you've given to the divine. You've been on mission. You've been doing what you're more or less supposed to be doing, right? And are continuing to, more importantly. I feel like in everything that you've already done and the efforts you've put in, that was your offer to the divine. Faith without work is dead, right? Your work was done for the divine, and because of that, the divine is giving you gifts. You're about to receive your blessing. Back to that karmic payout. I've been saying for a while now that 2020 is going to be the year of karmic payout, good or bad. What seeds have you been planting more of? Have you been acquiring good karma or bad karma because you're about to see? And again, don't be fooled and think that if bad shit start happening, it's automatically attributed to karma. Because remember, your mind, your thoughts, your actions, other motherfuckers matter. And if you're not protecting yourself, and more importantly, aligning your beliefs and your faith and your trust, then some of that shit ain't karma. It's other people. Or it's yourself. Everything ain't karma. Just because shit fuck up in our life, it's not always karma. Sometimes it's ourself. Sometimes it's other people. Sometimes we're still running off of old beliefs. Right? This is a time where you're going to need to have discernment moving forward. Because you'll be blaming karma for 10 years. Whole time you done had the wrong person in your circle for 10 years. Oh, I've known them for a long time. They would never do that to me. No, they wouldn't. But they would sure wish that it happened to your ass, won't they? They'll sure push their intentions that somebody else fuck you over and that they get to witness it. Whole time, I know you would never do that to me. Whole time they manifested it happening to you because you let your guard down. Because you made a covenant. Remember, bad shit, bad people, good thing. Angels, devils, demons, archangels, all these things. They can only do but so much without your permission. Without you forming a covenant. Same thing with people. Just remember, trust is about what's been made evident. What true colors have I seen from you? Okay, that's what I'm going to trust. I'm going to keep my faith in the divine. I have faith that you can get better, but what I can trust as of right now is that you're on some bullshit and I can't do this with you. Teaching and learning. Sometimes you being the person who stands your ground gives that other person the opportunity to learn. As you are learning. We're always a teacher and a student in all situations. Because even if you teach somebody, you should still be able to learn from that. When I do what I'm doing here, I'm learning with you. I love y'all. Patience, all is well. Healthy lifestyle behind that. I'm telling y'all. We're going to leave it there. Just remember, what you give your energy to is what grows in your experience. All this bullshit going on in the world, that's crazy. I just heard, including prayer. What you're giving your energy to is what grows. If you're sitting there praying about understanding what's going on right now, still aligning with what's going on right now, that means you're still worldly. It's a difference in praying to be submerged in the bullshit and praying for those who are submerged in the bullshit. Make sure that what you're praying for is the well-being of all. In any situation and at any time. You don't need to go beyond that. Not necessarily. Do what your heart feels, but you don't need to go beyond that. You don't need to start digging and doing research on what's going on with the Rona. Hello? You don't need to do all that. If you want to stay current, there's nothing wrong with that. But do not overindulge. This is the last thing I'm going to say before I close it out. I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it always. When it comes to the world, pay attention to what's being pushed. Because more than likely with the way the times are still set up, although they're in the midst of changing now, although, with the way the times are set up now, 99.9% of everything that's widely pushed, TV, radio, Facebook, social medias, all that shit comes with a fucking agenda. Okay? Y'all don't think it's a reason why we don't have our spiritual information being pushed, but yet you turn on the news, you know who got stabbed in the city. You hear me? You know what stores got robbed. Why we don't have valuable information? Why do people that avidly watch the news die before those who don't? Studies will show. I'm just going to say it, I'm going to say always. If it's pushed and is strongly backed by those in power, check the facts. Because 9 times out of 10, they on that buttons shit. I only tell you what I want you to know, and I only show what I want you to see. Not only that, but with all of this motherfucker... Sorry, I told y'all I get upset. With all this attention they giving on this lower vibrational shit in a time of high vibration planetary, why is... Be mindful of how they tell on themselves. Be mindful of what they don't know, but they do know, but they don't know. Be mindful of what worked, but don't work, but is a cure, but it's not a cure. Be mindful of the fact that we know they've been weaponizing diseases for a long time, right? I'm just going to say, like I've said before, there's a lot of truth and there's nothing new under the sun. You best believe if there's an outbreak, they know how to control it. They're going to let people die. Because that's how you create fear. But you best believe the people they give a fuck about, they're not gonna die. They're gonna be fine. I ain't seen the president pop on a face mask yet. I ain't seen nobody. But the commons walking around with face masks and gloves. I'm done. I love y'all. That's all I'm going to say. Think past the illusion. And more importantly, if you can rank yourself as a god, a goddess, a queen, an empress, an emperor, a divine awakening being, right? If you walking around with the mindset that you are the god of the cells in your body, but yet you out here with it like a chicken with their head cut off because some new disease is out, some new virus is here, you might want to go meditate. I don't know. You might want to stock up on some vegetables and some fruits and waters and not something to wipe your ass with because you acting like an ass. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't seen vitamins fly off the shelf yet. I haven't. I ain't seen sanitary wipes fly off the shelf yet. I ain't seen all the cleaning products fly off the shelf. I've seen copies of a copies of a copies of copies. Oh, this what y'all doing in a time of crisis? We're going to go out and buy the same shit so that we all can't have it. What? But if I'm scared that I'm going to touch a doorknob and all of a sudden come down with some brand new virus, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, if you truly feel that life is not a threat to me, life is happening for me, not to me, then remember, two things can't occupy the same place. You got clean water, you throw some dirt in it, the shit is dirty. Okay? If you walking around with that mentality, but yet you shitting bricks in this time of chaos, then maybe the shit you were telling yourself was only what you were telling yourself, and it's not a part of your actual belief system. Because your actual belief system is something that's unwavering. You hear me? But when it's some shit you're telling yourself, or you think, or you heard, you can be easily deterred. But if you're taking care of yourself, you know that you on that, and you know that you on that. You know what I mean? We on the superhero tip around here. Be smart. You never work harder, you work smarter. In anything. And that includes what's going on right now. You work smarter, not harder. Okay, I love y'all. We just gonna end it there. Y'all have a great one. Where my thing at? There you go. Y'all have a great one.